Good morning, morning. I'll waken you and find myself feeling decrepit, but in that great way where you still do it anyway. Like, whiskey dicked last night, but I liked her, and love her scent on me now. Tell me, morning, where do you get such toyish cars, such grubby clouds, and what is this garbage about the pool doesn't open till 1:30? I haven't seen you and light for a couple of weeks, and y'all are gonna play me like that? It's alright. I still smell you at times when night goes on for too long, for example, and I walk home past a McDonald's or a stall of horses. They're here to remind me, I know, I once did work. At a certain point, I had hands like bar towels, black beneath the showy parts. Good morning, pretty morning, where do you keep all your bourbon? And where do these joggers eventually go? And the suited bass hounds? What happens to them in the afternoon when I re-wake to find the pool open and buzzing with glorious children pissing all over everything? Good morning, steady morning, morning of the nautical brigades. Who is it brings you back to life? You got roosters somewhere I don't know about? Does she do it accidentally while pressing her scrubs for the workday? Does she lie to you too, with her eyes all big and lit with sun, saying, oops, I didn't mean to, and really babe, last night was nice? Do you put on the baby blue band and wander around, not hoping for home yet, giving knowing glances to the bums for a while, or is your iPod usually dead? Mine too. I'm always forgetting to charge it. Oh, morning. Poor morning. Why don't you give me a hand with these raspberries? I haven't got any quarters either for the bus, but I do have these raspberries. You can have some if you want. Okay, I got divorced 3 weeks ago. How about that? It's called Miserere, which, among other definitions, is a song directed toward God, asking for mercy. The fruit, it says, balloons to life, with not just its ripening, but rot too installed. A carton of figs, of which only a dark stain persisted, on the wall of that hotel, on the Lower East Side, where they housed the shittiest Warhols. The night when all your bags were gone, written before you'd arrived. Didactic notions of the loverly heart, darkness unfolding over my face, a portrait of the man himself, reversed in silence back onto the wall, his punishment for ogling completed. How happy they look in their pictures, the dead, how uncompromisingly alive. I smile now, fake and red-lipped into the mirror, and then it distends. There is nothing to be done. You left me a gag-gifted magic wand, a gift bag with 100 I love yous emblazoned, a flower pinned to dry between a bookshelf and wall, and your scent like mint in everything. The flower took to the low ground, skeletal with age where it fell. Some drywall, too, has made it in flakes to the carpet, the whole there cartoonish in its impression of a hand. I would like to take this opportunity, if I could, to stop breathing. I open the book and it tells me what to say. This is where I make my stand. It tells me to say this and feel it in my guts. I would always rather take a pill than read. Prefer to inflate my hallowed head with game scores, with sacred quarterback ratings, a break, any break from the LMNOP revival by study of this gag we played on Ideal and his idiot cohort. And the book says not to think about guts. I may think the words in and out if I'd like. I would like a secret concubine, like you were always dreaming. I would piss on anyone who asked, but what I want is something sadder now. Silly breasts glassy with teardrops beneath me and no fucking laughter. What's so motherfucking ever? Only my face pointed dumbly at another. Any kind of silent whiling away of at least one day, with whosoever might beseech back from me now in their own impenetrable dark will do. A copy of the album I learned to smoke to. Then when that doesn't work, a movie that once made me cry. I'd like a nice art shot from the camera. A green field and a blue sky, and then maybe a lens flare, I guess. And me with so much time on my hands that time and blood begin to unravel. You tell me again what I'm stained with. I haven't got the heart to tell myself. Consider the whole thing an exercise in losing. Consider the fat little baby cocooned in my chest. When I was in middle school, all the girls would change their summer to reflect the grade they were entering once summer was over. Consider the summers and the beach at the lake, the girls in their useless bikinis. When I think about my perfect self, the body and mind I'd go to heaven with, I'm a junior in high school and all of my friends still have long hair and do not need to shave. I hope I'm remembering this right. I hope no one has to shave in heaven. Hope everything's only rewound when it ends. Promise re-zipped to the reel on a scatter plot. Hell tossing our friends back through a mouth and a mountainside. God, please grant me serenity. Or better yet, God, a hole in the wall. Alms for lack of oversight. A gesture, God, of repentance is all. A daisy reconstructs itself under a dome, its petals damp again, restored from the dust. My pen sweeping leftward, wrist unremembering your names on the page, the one I like to call you, the ones you preferred, settled again by subtraction. I am gone docile in the daytime. We are forgiven, says the book. But by night, I'm finding it hard to uncoil, the mirror still smirking, lights sputtering like laughter, shards coalesce into light and I bathe, the thunder gone stale in my mouth.